Whether you've literally lost something or if something is just missing from your life, today's Bermuda Triangle spread can help you find it. Let's get it going. Hey, what is up, everybody? Ross Cessna from Spiritual Phoenix Studios here, back with your free daily tarot reading. I had some surgery yesterday. My mouth's a little bit puffy, and if I'm like speaking funny, that's why. We're gonna do the Bermuda Triangle Lost Object spread, and on this day, a training flight of 5 American torpedoes bombers vanished over the Bermuda Triangle in 1945. One of many strange unexplained disappearances attributed to the Bermuda Triangle. This Atlantic Ocean area, whose 3 vertexes are Florida, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda, is linked to extreme paranormal activity. And here's the summation of this spread, right? Have you lost an item, or is something just missing from your life? We're gonna add that in, right? Few things are more aggravating than losing a personal object. This spread aids in recovery of any misplaced object or attitude or thing, right? So this spread calls upon the magic of triangles and numbers. Occultists use triangles as a summoning symbol. The creativity of the triangle and wish fulfillment power of the number 9 is used to cast the cards. And the first one is, where have you been recently? 2 of Cups in reverse comes up. 2s are about the balance or duality. Cups are about the emotion. This is about kind of being emotionally imbalanced or some sense of argument, inner conflict, turmoil, something like that, right? Where is the most obvious place what you're looking for would be found? 8 of Cups in reverse comes up. 8s are about change. Again, Cups are about the emotions. This is about shifting emotions, but this is actually more so about Epicureanism, drifting or aimlessness. This is more so following your heart, following where things lead you, rather than maybe necessarily needing a set outcome. Additionally, the most obvious place, if it is a physical object, might be found is, you got to think back to where you've traveled on the path, right? Because this is about going lots of different places. It might be hard to find the physical object based upon that. Where did you last see it? Is the next one. You have 7 of Pentacles in reverse. 7s are about faith. Pentacles are about the material world. 7 of Pentacles in reverse is actually like a loss of faith in the material world. So if it's a physical object, the last place you saw it is some place where you might have been like, dude, I don't have a lot of faith in these people. So maybe like Walmart or something like that. Additionally, 7 of Pentacles in a more spiritual sense is about anxiety or denial or non-confrontation. When did you last see it? When you got anxious and you might have stepped away from what you're looking for and worked it out of your life, right? Because it was uncomfortable and you didn't necessarily have the resources at the foundation to approach it any further, so you left it where it's at. No big deal. That's part of development, is walking away from things when we're not ready and then picking them back up when we are. So when did you last use it is the next card that comes up. 6 of Swords comes up. So there's actually, it's in reverse too, so we'll do the reverse definition. There's a couple different ways that we can take this. In terms of literal time frames, 6 of Swords would be like 6 weeks, right? There's another astrological association to it as well. Actually, give me a second. I'll pull that up while I'm saying some other stuff about it. 6 of Swords is about feeling, 6 of Swords in reverse, rather, is about feeling trapped or wanting to break free of something. So the last time that you, the last time that you used it would have been when you felt trapped and needed to escape. And then the other time frame for 6 of Swords, this is January 31st through February 10th. So this would have been last year around that time, is when you last used it, if it was a physical object. So 6 weeks ago or last year is kind of the when. And in terms of the non-physical thing, again, 6 of Swords is about feeling trapped. So you last used it when you felt trapped. And you might not have tried to explore that again. So sometimes we have these passions that help pull us out of a dark hole, but once things get good, we like let it sit and we don't go back to it anymore because we don't have the same motivation. Might need to tap into it. Should you contact anyone who might have it? 8 of Wands in reverse comes up. 8s are about change, Wands are about creation. This is actually about altercation or regression. This is saying no. Like, reverse cards are generally no too. But this is saying no, you shouldn't contact anybody. Like, what you actually have to do is tap into the upright meaning of this and like just put some work. Travel, change, or movement is the upright meaning of the eight of Wands. Put in some footwork and try to find it yourself first. Don't lose hope. Nobody else knows where it is but you. And on a very like philosophical sense, that's true about tapping into our own inner wisdom or our own purpose. People can help you uncover your purpose, but nobody knows what it is better than you. The issue is sometimes we're so in the weeds of like what we're trying to see that we don't see the larger picture, or it's so buried behind our fears that we never actualize it and bring birth to it into the universe. Is there a person who could help you look is the next one. King of Swords in reverse. It kind of goes right into like literally what I had just said. No, it's a no card anyhow, but kings are about authority. They're also an air sign, or they're represented by air, and the suit of swords is also air. So it's like, can anybody help you look for it? You're overthinking it. You're thinking too hard about it, and that's true for most things. Most people overthink meditation, so they never get the actual spot. Like, they're so busy on trying to clear their mind, they can literally never do it. It's like a dog chasing its tail. But sometimes we're so busy looking for stuff that we don't ever stop and realize that we have it. Like, have you ever looked for your cell phone and it's literally in your hand, or looked for your glasses and they're on your head, or anything like that, or a hat? There's a million of examples. I'm sure you can think of one. And if you've never done that, well, God bless you. You're a better person than me, because I do that shit all the time. But can anybody help you find it? No. I mean, nobody can help you look. People can help maybe give you information that can help you be motivated to look, but you have to do this work on yourself. And in terms of the object, no, nobody else is going to know where the hell it's at, because you had the 8 of Cups in reverse, and it's about going all over the place. So if it's a physical thing, you gotta do your own detective work. Real life, you gotta do your own detective work. Was the item stolen? 10 of Swords in reverse comes up. So again, no, item wasn't stolen. 10s are about completion. Swords are about the mind. It was kind of just over with or done with, and you might have, if it was a physical object, you might have even said fuck it and got rid of it. But if it was more of an attitude, this is evolving past it, because 10 of Swords too is about endurance or comeback. Was the item stolen? No, it's going to come back. Maybe it was just returned to something else for a period of time, or it was just misplaced, right? Overall, no. Philosophically, it doesn't matter. It's coming back anyhow. 8. Given time, will it show up on its own? Yes, you actually have Knight of Wands there. Knight of Wands is about energy, passion, lust, and adventure. Will it show up on its own? Yes, but it's still going to inspire an adventure, or for you to seek things out. Have you ever like lost a physical object and you go looking for it, and then something else is like happens as a result of that search? Then you actually find it in like the most obvious, blatant place, and you're like, oh, it was here all the time. But there was still like some experience or wisdom that you gleaned from going on the journey. So that's one way to take it in the literal sense. And then in the physical sense, I mean in the more philosophical sense rather, yes, it'll show up on its own, but you still have to go on the journey. The whole concept of like the fool's journey, in my understanding, is you embark upon this process of trying to acquire something, but in the end, you don't actually find it till you're right back at almost the literal starting point. And then you realize that it's something that you've had within you all along. You're like, oh shit. But the funny thing is, without the journey that didn't actually produce anything, you wouldn't have had the foundational experience to have it. So that's kind of the hit, right? Anyhow, where is it? Strength card comes up in reverse. That's about being inflexible or brutish. Where is it? In terms of your gift, like philosophically, where is what you're looking for? It's in the areas of your life that you're not willing to budge or make changes, or that you're not willing to evaluate. And in terms of if it was a physical object, where is it? This is saying it's somewhere that you've probably ruled out, or somewhere where you don't really want to go look for it. And there might be good reason for not going there, right? So you really have to determine what the overall, how bad you want it, I guess. And that's true of the philosophical thing too, right? How bad do you actually want what you want? I'm going to give everybody a oracle card to close this out too. Innocence comes up. Innocence is being able to look at the world through untainted eyes, which is incredibly challenging in the world today with how much we're exposed to a lot of bullshit. But it's also incredibly liberating to see the world freshly again. And I think that so much of our work should be on constantly refreshing our perspective to keep our ambition alive. And with that said, I'm going to quit waxing poetically. Like this video, drop a comment, follow me if you're not already. Peace.
Hey, thanks again for checking out my channel. If you haven't already, subscribe by hitting the Phoenix down below and check out more of my videos over there.